Right, okay, we're back. There we go. That's horrible, that. The wrong tool. Note for YouTube there. Sockets don't fit in here. What it is the little recess here around the edge. The socket wall thickness is just too great to sit down, and of course the nut's got a profile of nothing. But here we go. Pair of thin nose pliers in there. Should free that off just about enough. Spin that off. Okay, let's pop that to one side. Oh, look at that. I never noticed that before. It's like a little nylon something or other. Alright, okay. And then in theory, out we come. Yes. Right. Now, I didn't actually take the sensor out when I did my dry run on it, but hence the plier problem. Anyway, I think, as long as the light doesn't, you can just about, oh, there we go. There, you can just about see this crease across here in it, and if we turn it over, we can see quite clearly it's completely fractured right the way across the backing of it. Anyway, it doesn't work. Let's replace it. Okay, new sensor from Icom. I'll give them their dues. I mean, it was ordered yesterday and turned up this morning, so you can't fault them. Icom UK, pretty darn quick, really. Right, let's get this thing fitted up. I did actually scour the internet for this part, and it really is a difficult thing to come by. They are out there, but there doesn't seem to be any UK based suppliers of it anyway. Right, let's pop this in here. Okay, it looks a little different. Right, okay, let's pop this in here. It will actually only go in one way because there's a flat edge there and a corresponding flat edge there. So tuck those wires up there a little bit. Flip that over. There we go. Look at that. The original one didn't come with a shake-proof washer. The replacement one from Icom does. I've got this temptation to be really gentle with this sensor, but only because I've seen what happened to the last one, but I suppose it's completely fine, really. Right, let's pop that in there and get these pliers out again. Just a pinch, doesn't have to be too tight. Okay, right, let's flip this over. Now we should just plug our plug straight back in. There you go. Not looking what I'm doing properly. Again, the plug will only go in one way. So it's a little bit fiddly, but pop that in, you'll feel it snap home. It's got a positive click to it when it goes in. Right. Let's sit those down there. Now, okay, let's see if we can't, we'll check everything else is all happy. Yep. Right, let's put that to one side for a moment, and no, I'll tell you what, let's pop this tuning dial back on here first. Now, if we look, we should be able to get, there's the two flats, and just pop them back together. And we're done. Right. Okay, let's flip this over, put that to one side, and go and get the main board. Right, gently pop that down on the table. Well, I say gently because these are spring loaded, and of course you don't want to mangle them. So I just pop that down there. Right, now let's move this bit into a better shot there. Right, ribbon cables, I think, first. Perhaps it's easier just to actually pop the cover back on, really. Right, just sit the face to it, and we'll turn it over on its edge here. And these holes will be nicely lined up. Once we get one in, it'll all stay a bit still. Right. Okay, let's pop the second one in. I won't tighten them up totally, I'll just leave them a little bit loose until I get all four in. There we go, make sure that's tucked out of the way. Pop that one in. And the last one. Right, now let's just check where this, there we go, the cable, just making sure that the speaker cable is not pinched anywhere, which it isn't. So pop that back in there, if I can actually get it in. There we go. Again, you'll feel it give a little positive snap when it goes in. Right, ribbon cables, okay. I'll get these, and pretty much they go in, they're pretty self-explanatory really. And they are just literally a case of just line up the blue in the slot, the blue ribbon there in the slot. Of course you've got to be a little bit careful that you don't crush it, and then you'll feel it go in with a positive snap. This one here is a little bit trickier because it's hidden away somewhat, but again, just line it up, and they are fiddly, but it's not the end of the world. No, I'm not quite happy with that one. There we go, that's gone in, I felt it go. I mean, they're pretty robust, these ribbon cables, but you wouldn't want to really torment them too much, because I dare say they're probably not that keen on being pulled apart too many times. Right, okay, let's pinch these screws up. Make sure everybody's happy there. Alright, and then casing is back on. Let's gently pop that over there. Just make sure that you get this is where it can be a little bit tricky, because these edges are quite keen on riding up on the side there. Okay. I'll just give it a little tug there just to make sure it's sat up to the fascia. Okay. Hopefully I'll get all of this video done in my allotted little time space. whatever YouTube give you now, is it? I'm not quite sure. Right, that's the bottom done. Let's flip it over. Make sure they're nice and true. And the same for the top side. Okay. Just give that a little pull. There we go. And a couple in here. Great little radio, this. Absolutely fantastic. It's alright, just pop that over. Okay, that's it, done, back together. Let's pop the mic back in its little socket there. And if you give me just a couple of minutes, I'll plug it in and we'll see if it works. Back in a moment. Okay, right, it's all back together again. Now in the manual, it does tell you can reset the CPU on these things by holding in these two up and down buttons at the same time as switching the power on. Once you've switched it on with those two held in, the CPU is reset. Now I don't know if that is actually necessary after replacing that sensor. I don't know, but I'm going to do it because I think it's prudent. I don't have any channels locked in it or anything like that, so let's give it a try. I don't know how we're going to do this whilst holding a camera. I don't think we are. Okay, bear with me. Right. Holding them in, set switched on, let go. Right, now that will have actually reset all of the settings. So let's give this a turn and we should, in theory, oh, there we go. There we go. It's worked. The unit's back together again. Happy. Mended. Let me turn it up. Wait. Okay, let's go down to around about 7 megahertz. I'll just skip and go over here and we can just input a frequency 7.150 and see where that puts us. But anyway, there we go. We'll consider that done, fixed. Great, thanks very much.